Welcome. This is RiaTalk for real people, where we're always keeping it real about real life. If you haven't noticed, we changed up our format a little bit, flipped the script, and here's your host, Maria.
Hello. This is 2020. We're getting a new vision for our lives.
So, like I said in my intro, we have changed our format and flipped the script. Tell me why. Why the change? Why are we changing the format of RiaTalk?
We haven't flipped the script. We're broadening the format because life is more than boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. People have more problems than their intimate relationship. They need to know how to raise their children. How? This kid, what do I do? They need to know about friendship. What did I do about this person? Our lives we have so many facets of our life. And I want to be there because I'm a woman of a certain age. I've lived some life. And there's a scripture that says, God called the old because they are wise. And he called the young because they are strong. And so, since I'm not strong, I'm going to be wise for you. I have had a lot of life experiences, and many people do not have anyone to tell them what to do. I'm not telling you in the sense of I'm trying to make you do something, but I'm making strong suggestions.
Guidance.
Guidance. That's the word. I see that people have a broader need more than, like I said, I'm not flipping the script. I'm broadening the real talk for real life. You know, it's still for real people, but for real people's lives. Mm-hmm. Not that real people life in relationship, real people lives in life. Mm-hmm. Real life.
Right. So you think that the advice that you're going to be giving will be more beneficial now that it's broader?
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry about that.
Be sure people turn off your phones. She always say, turn off your phone, take your chewing gum out of your mouth. So now we got to remind her to do these things. But here, we're back on script. Now, talking about real life, the real lives of people. People have children. People have work problems. They have siblings problem. Right. They have mama drama. They have baby mama drama. And you have your own drama. Me, myself, and I trouble.
But we're still going to keep the biblical perspective in it. Is that correct?
Yes. We will always keep a biblical perspective.
Why?
Because that is who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. I'm a Christian. Mm-hmm. And Christian means God's not finished with me. I once heard Steve Harvey say it, and he's right. Oftentimes, people think being a Christian means you don't have your own problems. You don't do anything that's not perfect. Being a Christian just means we've been forgiven and we love God, and we seek to ask that question and to abide by what would Jesus do. So when I talk to you, you would frequently hear me almost always put in one scripture, and I pray for the people that I'm speaking to, and I pray to God to guide me based on my experience, which I think my experience is more broad than most people. Being an Air Force wife, when I was in law school, I raised 9 children. I have 2 biological children, 2 adopted children, and I had my niece and nephew since my sister died. And so I have raised children. I have gone through undergraduate. I've gone through law school. I've lived abroad. I've lived in many states in the United States. So I think I have a very broad perspective on life and people. And I am a woman of a certain age, and I want to bring this life experience, this education, this skill and knowledge to the public for free.
So give us a little preview of maybe some of the topics that we might hear from you this season, because we are in season 2, people. Season 2.
One of the things that I want to talk about is training the child. Talk about children.
Okay.
Jesus said, see, there's that scripture, people. Mm-hmm. Suffer the little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. Children is very important to God, and and children are very important to me. And it is very important for our society because we know our children are our future. Whitney Houston said, teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they have inside. Give them a sense of pride. Thank you, Whitney.
Well, you sure be dating yourself pulling all these old songs out.
You know what? They're almost proverbs because it's true. The children are our future. And if we don't raise our children right, especially as black people, I always told my sons, I was raising my sons and my nephews, and I always told them, the reason I'm correcting you, and the reason I never told my children I was punishing them, because I never punished my children. I gave them corrective actions because everything I'm doing is for your future, because the children are our future. When you go out in those streets, the world is not going to try to correct you because they love you and they want what's best for you. But your mama, baby, your mama want what's best for you. Teach the children.
So you also talk about black people a lot. Is that what we're going to hear a lot on season 2 of RiaTalk? A lot of black maybe topics?
As it comes to my spirit and as I see it in the public arena, and how we are impacted. And we are impacted because one thing, I'm going to talk about men a lot. I'm going to talk a lot about black men. And it goes back to children, teaching your boys. I heard someone say, and this is true, women, especially black women, and most of what I'm saying, I'm a black woman. I'm telling you from my perspective, from my 8 sisters and 23 aunts, and I have I half of Georgia and a portion of the Bronx related to me. So I have many family members, and I have a very broad experience. And talk about black men, and talk about men in general. Here's a little proverbs. I don't know where it came from, but I'm going to use it. Mothers, teach their daughters and love their sons. And I remember you saying to me when I let you go, that thought just left my head. I apologize to the people. But anyway, those are things. We're going to talk about men.
Okay.
We're going to talk about black men. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about people.
And you also mentioned a lot of stuff about women and women's topics. Yeah, so we can expect to hear some of that too.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to talk about we're you know, as a lawyer, I'm often in one thing I go back to is what the law generally talks about in civil law. A reasonable person standard. I'm always thinking about not what a super intelligent person would know, an educated person would know, but John Doe on the street, average Joe, he knows right from wrong. He knows things that are good and things that are bad. We're not talking about something that we need extra learning, but what an average reasonable person would know. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. And when we talk about women specifically, women we're our own worst enemies. You know, I always say that. That's how Hillary lost. And I heard Madeline Albright say this, and she took it back. But see, I'm not a politician, and I'm not taking it back.
You're a private citizen.
I am a private citizen, and I'm going to tell you just like Chris Rock said it one time. He said, I said what I said, I did what I did, I said what I said, and I'm going to say this. There's a special place in hell for women that don't support other women. I said it. I'm not taking it back.
So I feel like you're like, you want to hear something? You want to hear it? Here it go.
I said it. Special place in hell for women that don't support other women.
So also you bring a unique perspective because you are an attorney. And not only are you an attorney, but you're also a mediator. So you have these great this great perspective on it. So can we expect to hear something about law or from a legal perspective maybe?
No. Oh no. I'm gonna leave that out. Sometimes what I am gonna come out, but I'm not trying to give legal advice. Disclaimer, and nobody's gonna be saying, "Oh, she's acting on my behalf," or she's trying to give legal advice. No legal advice, people. I'm giving you life, which is better than legal advice. I'm giving you life advice. What would take you from the cradle to the grave? We're gonna talk about stuff from the cradle to the grave. From what they say, from your head to your toes.
The rooter to the tutor.
From the rooter to the tutor. Toot.
Okay. Well, I'm glad and I'm excited about this new season because I'm glad that we opened it up a little bit because there's a lot of stuff going on. And like you said, 2020 vision, that means we're going to be talking about a lot of things in 2020. So, like I said, any last words, anything?
Just one last thing about 2020. We are not just in a new year. We're in a new decade. Come on, girls. Where are my girls? Come on, women, females. Let's get a new vision for our lives.
Is this just for girls?
This is not just for girls, but I'm a girl.
Right.
People like, well, you always talk about women.
I just wanted to know.
I talk about women because I am a woman. Mm-hmm. Now, men can hear me and learn something. But I'm not going to apologize for who I am. I'm black. And I'm a woman. So what you going to hear me talk a lot about? Black stuff. Women stuff. If you don't want to
Mama stuff.
I'm a mama. I'm a sister. And I love my mama. Hey, mama. I love my mama. I love children. I am a mother. I am a sister. Oh, Lord. All the estrogen. I have lots of sisters. So you're going to hear me talk about sister stuff, too. And because I am a community person, I care about my community, my society, you may hear me talk about some political stuff. Okay. Because it impacts my life. And romance without finance is a nuisance. I don't want us to have romance with politics. We got to see how this is impacting our pockets. First of all, on the sidebar, and talking about politics, because we may talk a little bit about that too. Mm-hmm. We can't be so unwise to think everything is about the dollar. When we're talking about number 45, we're talking about someone that I see as Satan himself almost, who most certainly do not like people of color. And most certainly do not like people like me. So I don't care. The economy can be doing great, but you're not is it great for me and my people? Mm-hmm. Is it great for me as a woman? Who is all this greatness and all this money making for? Who's making that money? When I look in the black community, I don't see all this prosperity we're talking about, even if it was. Even just say everything was going fine. This man has really disrespected women. I am a woman. Mm-hmm. And you're very disrespectful to people who have served their country. My husband served my country for 20 years. And then you very ugly to these people. You talk good about the military. But then you treat individual people who have sacrificed, have purple, they're gold star families, mm-hmm. who have purple hearts and stuff. And you talk so ugly about them. They made great sacrifice. They actually went and served their country.
I agree.
These are the things I care about. It's not all about the money. All money, not good money. Let's say it again. I'm going to keep that. Whoop. All money, not good money. I hear many people talk about, the economy never been better. But we have been better as a people. Let's keep making America the great, loving, compassionate country that when the French sent us, that woman said, bring us your poor, your hollow masses, mm-hmm. wanting to be free. Let's keep America that shining star sitting on a hill that can't be hidden. I'm not trying to be a politician. This is in my heart. I love America. My husband served America. As an Air Force wife, I served America. I love America. And to keep America, that city sitting on a hill, we must get rid of the 45. I don't care about the money. All money, not good money. These are the things we're going to be talking about.
Woo! So as you can see, we go from relationships, family relationships, friend relationships, community relationships. It's all real and it's all real life. So that's it for RiaTalk, where we're always keeping it real about real life. And you can leave your comments and your compliments on our new Instagram page, RiaTalk, and we will see you next week.